Hey guys, welcome to another video. So today I'm going to go over my Diane Castel collection. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on these fragrances, please stay tuned. Okay, so the first fragrance that we have is Tentation Oud. I am not going to spend a lot of time on this fragrance because I have an individual review video of this and it's also in my Oud fragrance collections, which I'll link down below. I will pop up the notes for you. The top notes are saffron, fir balsam. The heart notes are jasmine, oud wood, leather, and the base notes are caramel, moss, and amber. I really love this fragrance. When I saw it on for sale on Fragrance Net or Fragrance X, I bought a backup. So this is one that I really enjoy. This brand is kind of hard to find, but I have seen it lately floating around on Fragrance X and Fragrance Net, and I found this originally at Perfume Mania. So those are some places that you can try. But again, if you want to know my full thoughts on this, other than I really love it and I love it enough to have bought a backup, and I'm not even halfway through this, then check out the videos below. Okay, so the next fragrance that I added to my Diane Castel collection was Very Oud. I actually bought this after one of my subscribers commented, and I'm going to find her handle name and put it up because I really appreciate her for this. And then I looked up the notes. I was like, yeah, I'm going to try this. So this was a blind buy, and I bought this either on Fragrance X or Fragrance Net. I want to say Fragrance X. I can't remember exactly. But the top note is raspberry. The heart notes are rose, lychee, and leather. The base notes are vanilla, musk, and oud. I really like this. So happy that I have it. I like it probably just as much as I like Tentation Oud. So super happy to have it. It's a really nice kind of, to me, middle of the road oud. It's not like a super heavy oud. I think the raspberry, the rose, and the lychee kind of help it to be more get user friendly in air quotes. I mean, it's still an oud. You smell the oud, but it's not super heavy. So if you're an oud lover, I think this is a safe blind buy. It's not really expensive. So if you're on the fence about oud, I think you could like this because again, it's not super heavy. To me, it's kind of one of those. If I had had this when I did my new to ouds video, I definitely would have put this in like the middle category of ouds. So really enjoy it. Happy that I have it. When I run out of this, I would look for it again. So that's kind of where I am on that. And that is Very Oud by Diane Castel. Okay, so we are at my third and last fragrance for Diane Castel, and it is So Musk. This is the newest fragrance in my collection, also a blind buy. And the fragrance notes are lemon, orange blossom, patchouli, vanilla, white musk. So I saw this when I was looking for Very Oud, and like then I, did some searching around, looked up the notes, and thought I think I would like this. Every note that's listed where I was able to find it, and it was some random UK fragrance site that I was able to find it, the notes. And I love musk and I love every fragrance that were listed as the notes. So, and it's not super expensive. So I was like, okay, I can, I'll purchase this. I got it when I got Very Oud. And so it came and I let it get to room temperature because it was really cold when they delivered it. And I was like, okay, I'll let it, warm up a little bit. And I opened it, sprayed it on the box, and it was not what I expected. So I'm like, okay, this is very sharp smelling. And so I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll just let it sit and then I'll come back to it. So that's what I did. I just kind of let it sit. And a couple days later, I sprayed it again, sprayed it on some paper, and it started out again very sharp. But as it dried down on the paper, like the sharpness kind of dissipated. And then it smelled like a citrusy, white musk. So, but I'm like, okay, this is okay. I don't know if I really like it. And I love Musk, just FYI. So it was like, okay, there's something about this that just isn't vibing with me. So I sprayed it on my hand, and that initial sharpness was there at first again. And then, but as it dried down, I was like, okay, this is a Musk that I could work with. And so it became from, oh, this was a bad buy to, okay, this isn't awful. And what I have come to think is that this is one of those fragrances that are for warmer months, definitely. But honestly, for me, could I make this work? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it would be something I'd only wear with other things. It would also be something that I would wear just in the warm months. But something about how that initial opening happens for me, and then the dry down is a lot better. It really is. But this is not a musk that I would reach for. And I have other musks that I absolutely would reach for. And initially I was like, well, just keep it and use it. And, you'll make it work. And then I got into like my little declutter mode and started like going through and decluttering body mist and different things. And so I said, okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this up on Mercari and see, because there's maybe someone that's interested in it, and then they can, buy it. And, if it doesn't end up selling, then I will make it work. I don't hate this. I don't hate it. I also don't love it. It's one of those things that, again, this is definitely a summertime scent for me. It's definitely one that I probably would add, like a vanilla or something to kind of sweeten it up a little bit for me, because it's something about the mixture on my skin in particular that I like. I actually like it better to dry down on paper than I like on my skin. So when it dried down on paper, I was like, okay, I could work with this, but then it's still something on my skin just doesn't work completely with this, which is strange because everything in there, as far as notes that I was able to find, are things that work perfectly on my skin. So we'll see. So I am going to list it on Mercari, see how that goes. If it stays on there forever, I'll just pull it down and, make my way through it, or find someone, that may like it. But that is So Musk. Okay guys, so those are my 3 Diane Castel fragrances. Again, this is not a fragrance line that is really easy to find, in the sense of I've never seen this in Marshalls or TJ Maxx. When I first encountered it, it was at Perfume Mania at an outlet mall. So if you're near Perfume Mania, go check it out. I've also seen them, on and off on Fragrance X and Fragrance Net. So like right now, you can find Diane Castel on both of those, but they're sold out. So, they could come back. But Perfume Mania, if you're near one of those, that may be your best bet. For me, Tentation Oud and Very Oud, if you are an Oud lover, are Blind Buy safe. None of these fragrances were super expensive. And so, I think that's the good thing about it. But Tentation Oud, I really love. As I said before, I have a backup of that. And I'm not even remotely, I don't really have a dent in this one. So, and Very Oud, I like a lot, that when I run out of this, I will look for it again. So Musk, obviously, I'm going to see if someone wants to buy it on Mercari. If not, I'll see if a family member or something may like it. And if that doesn't work, then I'll power through it by mixing it with, other scents. So those are my thoughts on Diane Castel. It's a good affordable brand if you can find it. Again, the 2 Ouds I thoroughly enjoy. So happy to have them in my collection. And So Musk on my skin just didn't work out as well as I would like. It isn't awful, but it's not one that I would want to keep in my collection, or if I did keep it in my collection, I wouldn't want it again. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys at the next one. Bye.